potentially problematic.
Payment is problematic, but there's value there.
Isn't that a little problematic?
Well, pressurization is problematic.
Hey there, and welcome to Talkword. This is the explainer where we get into the really cool and sometimes kind of tricky stories behind English words. I'm your host, and today we are going to tackle a word that you have almost definitely seen popping up everywhere. So have you ever been scrolling online or just chatting with friends and you hear a word you totally thought you knew, but the way they use it just feels different, a little off? It's kind of confusing, right? Well, you're not alone. That happens to literally everyone learning a language. And today, we're going to clear up one of those exact words. The word we're unpacking is problematic. Now, I know it looks simple. It's got problem right in there. But the way it's used today, well, it has this whole layer of meaning that can really trip you up. So let's get into it. Okay, so first up, we're going to look at how problematic means so much more than just, having a simple problem. This is where the real magic of the word is hiding. All right, let's get the textbook definition out of the way. The dictionary says it means posing a problem or difficult to solve. Super straightforward, right? But honestly, in a real conversation, it's almost never that simple. Let's put this side by side. So on one hand, my car won't start. That's a problem. It's a clear issue. You call a mechanic, you fix it. But on the other hand, saying the hero in that old movie is problematic, you're not saying the hero is broken and needs to be fixed. You're actually opening a door to a much bigger conversation about values or stereotypes or messages in that movie. And to really get this, I want to give you a new way to think about it. I want you to imagine problematic not as a big red stop sign, but more like a caution light. This is what I call the yellow flag word. And this right here, this is the key. A red flag means stop, danger, this is just wrong. But a yellow flag means, hey, slow down, pay attention here, there's something complicated going on that we need to talk about. This chart just lays it out perfectly. A red flag, that's a clear problem. It signals stop. This is just plain wrong or broken. But a yellow flag, that signals something is problematic. It's a signal for caution. It means this thing raises questions and we need to discuss it. And this is so important. Problematic doesn't end the conversation. It's meant to start it. Okay, so theory is great and all, but let's see how this whole yellow flag thing actually works out in the wild. We're going to look at a couple of real-world examples. Let's imagine one of those classic hero characters from an old black and white film. You know the type. He saves the day, gets the girl, everybody cheers. But if we watch that same movie today with our modern eyes, we might spot a few things. So why is he problematic? Well, maybe his whole character is built on some really outdated stereotypes that we now recognize as pretty harmful. Or maybe his heroic actions, like how he talks to women or people from other backgrounds, are kind of questionable by today's standards. He's not an evil villain. That would be a red flag. He's problematic, a yellow flag, because he's this mix of good and, well, stuff that makes us think and question things. All right, let's switch gears to something totally different. Picture a brand new app. It uses AI, it makes your life way easier, super convenient. It seems amazing, right? A solution to a modern problem. But is it really that simple? Here come the yellow flags. Maybe that super helpful app has some unintended consequences, like it could put a bunch of people out of a job, or maybe it's collecting a ton of your personal data, which raises some huge privacy concerns. Or what if it's so expensive that only wealthy people can use it, which just makes social inequality even worse? The tech itself isn't bad, but its impact is really complicated. It's problematic. So, now you get the nuance. You see the yellow flags. The next step, the big one, is knowing when to actually use this word yourself. So let's turn this idea into a simple, practical tool you can start using right away. Here it is, your 3-step checklist. First, just ask yourself, is this a simple, direct issue, like a flat tire? If it is, just say problem. Easy. Second, does it have these complex negative sides to it? Does it raise some deeper questions? If yes, then you're in problematic territory. And number 3, this is the most important one, are you ready to talk about why it's a yellow flag? If the answer is yes, then problematic is the perfect word. You've got it. If you had a good time breaking this down, you can get this kind of deep dive on pretty much any word you can think of. Just go check out our companion app, Talkword. You can look up a word and get a clear podcast-style explanation just like this one. Thanks so much for tuning in, and happy learning!